Good day. So exactly 4 hours, 17 Ks in 4 hours. There we go, down the bay, all the way down the lake. I'm looking there, probably 15 to 20 kilometers down the lake there. I'm hoping to get right to the very end of that today. Now look at the very steep Ontario shoreline. And for about the next 4 hours, there will be very few opportunities to get out of the canoe.
Fantasy 6.5 was a plan to celebrate my 65th birthday by spending an entire canoe season on the water. More than 150 days, launching in May and taking out in October.
Every time you come around a point, there's another fantastic view. Wow. Wowzers. And lots more sheer cliffs. There's Indian Head Rock on the left. So here we are, pulling into Owl Creek. Hey, home sweet home. Good day. So exactly 4 hours, rough calculation, 17 Ks in 4 hours. So that's about right. Yeah, I tend to cover about 4 Ks an hour in real time. I'm paddling faster than that, but you know, you stop for breaks and take pictures and look at things. That's what we're here for. A beautiful campsite, perfect for the coming weather. Probably going to be staying here all day tomorrow. I'm due a day off anyway, and it's going to be windy as heck out there. Not a good day for Lake Timiskaming. They've made these little tables. I mean, like to be able to work with my gear like this, you know, not having to bend over. Oh, for an old guy. Thank you, Les. Thank you, Murray. Thank you, all the people who work on the OTHT. I love you all. Anyway, I got to get myself set up and tarped over. Look at this. That is nice. Last night I had a nice fire, and at the end, the embers burnt for an hour. I spent an hour sitting there just stirring the coals, and each time I did, it released, lots of radiant heat, glowing, sparkling, almost looked like if you were looking at a city from 20,000 feet or something, lights twinkling on and off. Alrighty, time to get cooking. There we go, top it off. Excuse me. Wow. I want to show you around this campsite. So back here is where I've got my tent set up. And I think you saw me putting that up yesterday. It's a little fire area, and I just got a little small maintenance fire going right now just to keep it going. Right now, underneath that tarp right beside my chair, it's 19 degrees. And this camp comes well prepared. You've got a grill, you've got a shovel. That there is for the morning business, because in this clay soil around here, it's hard packed, and your basic little camp trowel have a really hard time. So that thing was much appreciated this morning. Made fast work of a dirty job. You ever see a nice little present at a campsite like this? Cut, split, stacked, and covered up hardwood. Bits and pieces of somebody's old kitchen. That there looks like a boiler or a furnace. I even got the bathroom sink. Oh, look at this cobalt glass and the tree roots. I wonder if that's intact. That's a cobalt bottle. Well, what do you make of that? The other implement that comes with the campsite are these mouse quards. Quards? Yes. And this is to prevent the tightrope walking mice from getting at your food. So, being that there's all this anti-mouse paraphernalia around, and a warning, I'd be an idiot not to, I mean, I'm not worried about hanging my food, typically. But in this case, because of that warning, I thought, yeah. And I mean, that's ridiculous, hang for a bear. I'm not worried about a bear. Mini bears, they are such a pain in the arse, because those little things will destroy your equipment. They'll chew little holes right through your pack liner, stuff sacks, and into your food. And don't like that. So, I used it. But I haven't seen a single mouse. And I attribute that to the owls. Last night, those owls were hooting. They were going on all the time. And I'm sure that they've either eaten all the mice or have the mice scared to shit when they hear that sound, that they just don't come out. So I didn't have no mouse problem. And out there is Lake Timiskaming. This is one of the official campsites on the OTHT, the Ottawa Timiskaming Highland Trail. It's a serious hiking trail along the Ottawa Valley. It goes from Thorn in Ontario, just across the river from Timiskaming, Quebec, all the way up to Latchford, north of Timiskaming. It is one rugged trail. The hiking trail comes through the campsite and then crosses on these rocks and continues on the other side. A nicely secluded tent site underneath all hardwoods. It is beautiful. And if I shut up, you might hear the very gentle babbling of the creek. Look at this big bird. We're in a different kind of forest now. This ain't Timiskaming. Surrounded by giants, you know, giant hardwoods. Yeah, you ain't in Timiskaming anymore, Dorothy. It's a whole different kind of forest. I got cedars down low, some pines, but mixed with these yellow birch and acres. Look at these beautiful cedar roots. And the whole trail is a trail of cedar roots. Follow the cedar root road, Dorothy. I just entered the Wizard of Lake Timiskaming. Holy smoly, that thing is tall. Wow. Look at the size of this thing. This is the Ottawa Valley. I'm in a little cave. Pretty neat, huh? Surprise, surprise. This one is a freaking poplar. Look at this. That's a big, big, big tree. Smoke from my fire drifting out into the lake. Another fine, soggy morning on Lake Timiskaming. Looks like I'm going to be hanging around Owl Creek for another day. Batteries are getting low. My big power pack is down to 25%. And there's no hope of charging it today or probably tomorrow. In fact, looking by the forecast, I'm not going to get much sun this week. So I've got to be conservative with my power moving forward. My second day off here at Owl Creek. And we got the supper going. We got the toasty fire working. I'm quite comfy here. I was out there taking some film of the creek a little while ago. This is the first time I've ever been woken up 6:30 in the morning by, and this is quite appropriate, an owl. True story. Yeah, friggin' owl hooting real close by. He wasn't very far away. Making supper right now. I'm having pasta. So I got pasta already cooked and dehydrated. I got some ground beef cooked and dehydrated. And I got some spaghetti sauce, roast garlic spaghetti sauce. Then the forecast I got for tomorrow is like 90% rain and quite a significant amount. So I may end up here for yet another day.
Holy wowzers, Batman! Listen to that rain coming down. I'm starting to feel like Noah. Went out and looked at the creek, and it's more than double the volume that it was yesterday. And the forecast has rain tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. I forgot to mention, we've got a thunderstorm in store for this afternoon. On top of all of this. And then more rain. Like there's no clearing coming. It's just rain, and then more rain, and then a thunderstorm, and more rain, and wow.
I didn't hear an owl this morning. It might have been out there, but I was sleeping hard. That rain on the tarp really helped me sleep. Slept till 8:45 today. My son came back with a witty comment when I told him about getting woke up by the owl at Owl Creek. He says, "Who woke you up?" My friend Don. He says, "Well, I'll be damned." Morning and night now, every time except for this morning. I've been here, and that's 5 occurrences now. Well, I gotta get some tea made with Mississippi water. Oh my God. like that creek had the clean water. I don't like drinking Lake Timiskaming water. And so I'm really glad I pumped my my drinking water last night before it got all silty like that, because that stuff would clog the filter in no time. You don't want to be putting that kind of water through your filter. So I'm going to drink lots of hot drinks today. Boiled mud. Be a good day for hot chocolate. This is what Owl Creek looked like yesterday. See that nice clear water? I'm going to go grab some water out of the creek. And we'll take a look at the color difference. Okay, back with the water. And you're going to not believe this. There's before. And there's after. There's yesterday. Today. I'm at the crossing where the hiking trail goes across Owl Creek. I think I showed you that when I first got here. Look at the size of the creek now and the crossing. It looks like the muddy Mississippi. We got a pile of rain last night. Rained heavy most of the night, and then again this morning, really heavy. The log that I was putting my Zoleo satellite communicator on so it could get a signal is underwater. I was putting my Zoleo on this this log. The whole of Lake Timiskaming rose by about 4 inches, you know? That is a hell of a volume of water. I mean, there's a dam down there that backs things up, but nonetheless, this is biblical. I'm wondering if maybe I should be building an ark. My canoe might not just cut it, but all them critters wanting to jump in. Owl Creek continues to rise. There's no crossing that creek without getting, oh man, seriously wet. Wow. That rock in the middle was dry yesterday, was half covered this morning, and fully submerged this afternoon. Ancient cedar. So look at that cedar trunk. The holes through it. The Indian Head right down near the water, and beyond that the hills disappear into water vapor. Incoming. And the Quebec shore is starting to disappear. Again. The north rain arrives. Eee, feel that wind coming in there. I was telling Don about the creek rising and everything, and you need 12-inch nails and a chainsaw for an ark. Oh, I think he's got something there. Oh, we'll deliver. My buddy. Seafood night tonight. Smoked oysters for appetizers, and then ginger, lemon, sesame tuna. Mix that up. And put that in my little Reflectix pouch. Living the dream. So I think the creek has stopped rising. It's about as high as it got, but the turbidity is improving.
You can see it's not quite so much like chocolate milk.
That gives you an idea just how much sediment there was in that water. So that's been settling out overnight, and you can see all the sediment on the bottom there. Okay, time to blow Owl Creek. Get on the water. Lake Timiskaming awaits. I think the wind is going with me this morning. Oh, sleeper rocks. Look at those cliffs. This is one of the most spectacular paddles. These sheer rock walls with precarious forests clinging to them. Anywhere they can get a little foothold, the trees try to eke out an existence. Sheer wall. That's some rock. Lake Timiskaming. This is just such a treat to paddle. Neat noises, eh? Ever need it. Tree-walled eagles. Wow. Lovely maple, all red. And bald eagle keeping an eagle eye on me. Hello there, Mr. Eagle. There's my eagle. Eagle eyes. Hello. Oh, and look at the other one is soaring way above. I don't know if you can see that. One perched, one soaring. The view back up the lake. And of the Quebec shoreline. Just coming up to the Ottertail Creek campsite. There we are, Ottertail Camp. Boom. You are here. Now, let's get out and have a look around. You can probably hear the falls just up ahead here, Otterslide Falls. We're going to go up and have a look at that. sketchy. Day 131. We're on the water early. It's just after 7:30. Sun's just over the horizon. I'm moving camp a short distance. Only going to be going about an hour or two. But I want to get in a better spot. There's some weather coming in, and then it's going to turn very cold. I want to be in a better spot for that cold weather. Got here, it's now 9:05, so an hour and a half to get here. Oh, and here's the welcoming committee. I'll show you Rocky coming up on shore here. I pulled up stakes this morning real early. Didn't bother to have breakfast or tea or anything. I'm supposed to have weather coming in from the southeast, southwest today, and then big weather coming in from the north tomorrow. And that's going to be cold. I've got my little wind shed here that will cover me from that north wind. I'll be quite comfy in there. And there's a real spider web of ropes going on here. I just looked at that. Look at that freaking cat's cradle of ropes. Wow. I've got this secure camp. I moved. I'm secure. Look at this. Sun's coming back out. I got no complaints about that. And the best part about this is I've got the big part of Lake Timiskaming behind me. So going forward from here, I'm through Pimmican Narrows now. From here to Timiskaming, the lake is much narrower and not likely to generate the same size of waves as the upper lake. That upper lake is a big beast. Long fetch. So, I'm feeling much more comfortable. Lake Timiskaming backs up into this bay. Once you get to the creek, the difference in the water, it goes from, murky, tannin-colored Lake Timiskaming to crystal clear, green-tinged Green Creek. I'm going to go up there in a little bit and get and draw my drinking water from there. Now we're in Green Creek. I don't know if you can make out the sort of slight greenish color to it. Very clear water. And I had forgotten just how cold this creek is. It is ice cold. Spring fed. I just heard a rumble of thunder, and I'm going to get back to camp. Check out the difference in the water here. So this is Green Creek, changing to Lake Timiskaming, brown. Sweet, and we're back. You can see the white blaze on that tree. Those are the white blazes for the Ottawa Timiskaming Highland Trail. So this is the view from one of the lookouts on the OTHT, and I'm looking out into Pimmican Narrows. That's the narrowest point on Lake Timiskaming. Is that thunder? Or is that a jet?
think that might be thunder. I better get back to camp. Oh yeah, as it announces, that last peal of thunder was almost overhead. Okay, get yourself back to the tarp there, buddy. The rain's just starting in now. Whoa, I saw that one. I think that's a good point of thing. Yeah. Sounded like a gunshot. Tea time! Might as well get one of these in me before I get hit by a bolt. Oh. Yeah, still coming down. Still booming. Boy, if this don't make the creeks rise. And they're already full. I'm starting to wonder about that idea I got about going up the Matabitchuan. There's going to be a ton of water coming out of Algonquin Park by that river for the next week. There's been a plan B here since launch day. I don't think there's a single plan that's gone off the way I figured it. You have to be ready to roll with it. Oh, good. It's not what you expect. Oh, it's coming down. Look at this. Sounds like it's easing off a bit. Well, good morning. Day 132 today. And it is a chilly one. Oh, the lake is churning. Wind is howling out of the north-northwest. Yeah, there's no moving across that bay today in a canoe. The wind is so strong coming out of the north that it's circling around and coming in the creek mouth, coming into camp from the south-southeast. Very uncomfortable out there. My little wind shed is oriented the wrong way. I was orienting it for a northwest wind, and instead it's coming right in the face. I'm catching up on my journal. I'm a couple of days behind, so I'll get that all taken care of. I was talking about getting my resupply in Mattawa, Samuel de Champlain Park, probably on Tuesday. I think I've got breakfast for Wednesday, but I don't have a supper for Wednesday. All of my power is getting low. Tomorrow it is supposed to be sunny. I got my fingers crossed for that and hoping that I can get some power, solar power into my batteries. I ran into another big buddy back here. And this guy, white spruce, yeah.
And the shoreline was there yesterday, and today it's here. That's an awful lot of water to fall. To rise a lake this size that much? Holy schmolies. I got some nice little miniature chunks of maple. Time to put a little repair on the canoe. Yesterday I damaged it when I was pulling away from shore. Must have been caught on a rock, and when I pulled back I heard a tsh. And sure enough, when I checked, part of the skid plate has been pulled loose from the hull. So rather than have it all break off, I'm going to go tape it up and we can fix it properly later. There we go. And that'll hold it until it gets back to see Will. There's my stick that I put in the water when I arrived, and the water level is much closer, or at least the shoreline, much closer to the stick than it was last night. Yesterday it was almost up to the grasses here. Here we are, day 133. Nothing left behind, right? The wind is supposed to pick up again today. Not as big as yesterday, but there will be some wind. And I'm hoping to be able to make use of it. Blue skies, smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies. From now on, don't I wish? Had lunch at this little beach, sheltered from the wind, and picked up some more drinking water over at Porcupine Creek. Porcupine Creek, churning. Looks like a river. I've never seen it this high. Wowzers. Now I'm ready to get back into the wind and heading down the lake. I was actually making better than 6 k's an hour here. With this going, I'm making between 4 and 5. But no work at all. To the left there you can see the mill, Tembec Mill in Timiskaming, Quebec. There it is. Up at the top of that jump is Lake Timiskaming. Now we're in the Ottawa River. Might be camped with trailer trash, or it might be camped in a little roadside stealth spot. Not quite sure. See how things work out. Zone of funny water up ahead here. Not exactly sure what's going on. There's a hell of a current coming out from that dam. Oh yeah, there's a huge eddy there. Holy shit, stay out of that, Paul. Big eddy. Don't want to get caught in that. Stay in the current. There we go. Let's check this place out. this one is a whole different camping experience. I've never camped across from a pulp mill before. Beside a highway. I'm camped tonight at the mouth of McDougall Creek on the Ottawa River. The Tembec Mill is across the river. So there's no drinking the water out of this thing after that. There's McDougall Creek. Again, this one, don't drink this one. Thorn has a sewage facility just up here, and so you don't know when there's a release from that. So don't trust this one either. Definitely don't drink the Ottawa River. So here's my campsite. You can see it's quite spacious. Best by here in the summertime, this place here is loaded with trailers. Like loaded. Every place you could shoehorn a trailer in, there's a freaking trailer. I'm past that dam, which if you look at Hap Wilson's book, Hap says it's a 110 meter portage. Well, they've been doing some work on that dam, and there's new regulations about booms. The old booms you used to be able to sneak past, you know, you could squeeze through them. These new booms, nah, you can't get through them. So that 110 turned into a 610. Wasn't that bad, carried along the road in Wise. This is the view upriver tonight. This is the wildest camping experience I think I've had. And check out the view down the river. So looking down that way, what you're seeing is Highway 63, which joins Ontario and Quebec between North Bay and Timiskaming. I'm hoping for a quiet night, you know, just nice quiet night, that's all. It was very foggy this morning. Fog's pretty well all burnt off now. Sun's out, nice and bright. So I got the solar panel on the back here, and I got the lantern up front. And there it is, mighty Ottawa. I might use a double blade for a little while, as long as the wind's in my face. It looks better. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just swap it out. Myself planted. Batteries are good. Goodbye, Tembec. I'm going to go down the Ontario shore for a little bit. nice cliff up there, eh? And down below you might be able to make out the railway. Rail line running just a little above the river there. And once I get past this point, I'm going to cut over to Ontario again. And cut off this bend. And then I've got pretty well a straight south run for about 4 or 5 kilometers. There we are. Big knobby hill. And some big pines on there. That would have been too steep for them to cut with horses. Back when they took out all the big pines here. Nice cliff back there. This is the Ottawa Valley. Just checked out this little campsite back here on the island, and quite a nice site for fair weather. It's, the fireplace area is sort of exposed. I don't see how you could tarp that off. But in nice weather, oh man, that's a nice site there. It's limited tenting though. I'm just pulling in the mouth of the Ottawa River, and it's a churning. There's a pile of water coming down there. Day 134 of Phantasy 6.5, and I'm camped at the mouth of the Ottawa River. Campsites on this stretch from Timiskaming to Mattawa are few and far between. Got some weather moving in, the barometer's dropping again. That's just a yo-yo, this barometer, man. There's some chance of rain tomorrow, but it looks like Monday's gonna be a bit of a downpour. Got a whole bunch of fresh Ottawa River. Look at that. There's a brisket with sauce, mashed potatoes, broccoli with the cheese, and for desserts, fruit cocktail. I've been saving this meal for a night when I can sit out and enjoy it like this. When did I cook this? 2 years ago. It's been dehydrated and stored in the freezer, so keeps for a long time like that. There we go. Oh, that's gonna burn good, that red pine. A little bit of cedar to get her going. Now it'll split real easy. Oh, that's good cedar. Life is good. Phantasy 6.5 on the Ottawa River in the Ottawa Valley. That's it, that's all. So it's just after 10:30 now, late start, and just starting to rain very lightly. A little bit of spitting. Oh, geez, scared something there. One of the reasons why I like paddling close to shore is because you never know what you're going to surprise. Many more encounters with wildlife. Oh, look at this. Going through the maples and hemlocks. Completely different shoreline here. This almost looks like you could be in Timiskaming. Look at that smoothly sloping bedrock coming down. Exquisite little waterfall back here. Very pretty. Comes in from the Alexander Lake area. Crooked Lake, Alexander Lake, those lakes. And it's flowing pretty good too. All the creeks and rivers are flowing pretty good right now. I was quite surprised that Lac La Cave didn't change much in the water levels overnight. The last time I paddled here, there was several feet of fluctuation between daytime and nighttime. Pines and hemlocks. Oh, very nice. An awful lot of hemlock along the shoreline here. I'm quite surprised. And there we are, looking down the river. It's a long river. I think I'm gonna boot it across to Quebec. Welcome to La Belle Province. I don't know if you can see way down the river there. It looks like the rain is starting. The hills are getting misty. The scale of the river is deceptive. Over and over again. It's amazing. It's just huge. Everything is big. Oops. Wow. Some weird rocks there. All folded and twisted. Not seeing any hemlock over on this side. Hard to keep the boat moving straight. Looking up, looking down, all over the place. Not really paying attention to where the boat's going. Rain's just easing off enough that I can do a little bit of filming without getting the camera covered with water. And I've got an interesting one going on here. I've got a kingfisher leading me on. Now, nothing unusual about that. Kingfishers often lead you along, and they'll follow you along their territory, which is usually about 500 meters. This guy has been following me for almost 4 kilometers, and he's still scooping ahead. So I'm going to put the camera on a stick here, and maybe you'll get a look at him. It'll be tiny in the frame, but, you know, you'll get the idea. I've never had one of these things follow that far, you know. It's crazy. I was thinking he might be migrating, and he's using me for company. There he goes. There he goes. Wonder if he's going to come all the way to Snake Creek with me. Swoop-de-doo.
Day 136 today. It's another soggy morning. You can hear the rain on the tarp. Rain started in again. It stopped during the night. Started in again around 6, maybe a bit before 6. I got to get out of here. I'm squatting on private property, and I better move on. That campsite across the way was trashed, man. I couldn't stay there. Today I am Mattawa bound.
Just taking a little break. Having the rain just stopped. So I'm gonna have a drink of tea. A little puff. And then moving on. My understanding is there's some sort of tropical storm, hurricane, something called Fiona that is pushing a lot of moisture up here. And so rather than just sit it out at campsites here, I'm gonna sit it out at my campsite in North Bay. Why? Because I can. Auto Holden generating station on the Ottawa River. And the canoe's ready to go. I'm gonna get these pack loads sorted out. One of the biggest ass portage signs I've ever seen. This is my last portage on this leg of the trip. Once I'm done here, I got about a 7-kilometer paddle to get to Mattawa. And that's it for today. So, let's find out how long this one's going to be. I think it's going to be a bit. I'm walking back for the second load, coming past the Auto Holden generating station, the Cave Dam on the Ottawa River. And it's a bit of a doozy. It paced off, I forget if it was 800 or 900 paces. I would hate to be going the other way. Big climb. We're here in Mattawa. 3 crosses over there. Ottawa River up there. My buddy Don over there. And it's been good. So instead of resupplying here, I'm going to go home, resupply at home. Soggy frickin' day in the Ottawa Valley today, I'll tell you.